Hello, welcome to the Doctari Health Mental Health series brought to you by the Doctari Health Crisis Text Line. This is episode number 2, and we're going to talk about how to ask better questions. You may be wondering what asking better questions has to do with mental health. Well, let me tell you, as a start for myself, knowing what to do is a very important thing, because if you don't know what to do, or if you don't know how to find out what you need to do, it can become very frustrating, and frustration can lead to depression, and depression can lead to a lot of things that are not good for you. So today we're going to share with you some few points on how you can ask better questions, thereby avoiding frustration and avoiding depression. We made this list in terms of relationships, how to ask great questions that will foster great communication and great relationships. And the first question is, we always meet people, and the first thing usually we ask is, how are you? And sometimes we don't even listen to the answer. Well, you could change this question a bit and make it, how really are you? You really want to know how the person is, and persist and actually wait for an answer. This is something that I do that frustrates a lot of people, when I actually want to know how they are doing. So you ask, how really are you? Not just how are you, but how really are you? Because you want to know how the person really is doing. Instead of asking, what do you do? Ask, what are you passionate about? What gets you up in the morning out of bed? That is just, a little change on that question. You will get somebody to communicate some of their deepest passions with you when you ask what they're passionate about. Their job could be working as an administrator, or as a secretary, or I don't know, as a bus driver, or something, but their passions could be something different. And when you ask, what are you really passionate about, they could share with you some of the great ideas and things they're thinking about, and this will foster great communication. So number 2, instead of asking, what do you do, ask, what are you passionate about? What wakes you up in the morning? What gets you excited? What gets you tap dancing in the middle of the day? And you'll get great answers. Number 3 is an interesting one. Instead of asking what's new, try asking, what title would you give this chapter in your life? It sounds like a cheesy question, but I think it's very interesting. You meet somebody and ask, hey, what chapter would you give this period in your life? I would give this period in my life the YouTuber series, where I try to overcome my camera shyness and, create content for our viewers, for our users, that's going to be useful to them and add value to their lives. That's the chapter I'll give this part of my life. So when you're communicating with people at work, friends, family, try asking this question: what title would you give this chapter in your life? And see some of the great answers you're going to get. Number 4, replace the question, how is work, with what is the most fulfilling thing about what you do? I mean, if you asked me that, I would tell you it is talking to our users that have been able to connect with doctors and get the help that they need. That is the most fulfilling thing about working for Doctari. Another thing that I would mention is building great products. Sometimes we sit with our tech team and we try to figure out how to do some things, and it can take us days and sleepless nights, but when we finally get it, it's worth all the sleepless nights that we spent. So try asking this. Instead of how is school or how is work, just ask, what is the most fulfilling thing about school? Or what is the most fulfilling thing about work? And you will get some amazing answers, and the communication between you and the person you're talking to will take on a whole different side. Replace how was your day with who made you smile today. This is something that I have started to ask my wife, at the end of the day when she comes back from work. I tell her, who made you smile today? Because sometimes it's opposition research. I need to know who my competition is. Am I slacking? Is there somebody that is doing something better than I am doing? And I ask her that, who made you smile today? And I find out that something, this and this happened, and the conversation can take us to different places sometimes, and I learn a lot of things that help me not to take my relationship with her for granted. So this is something that you can also do to improve your relationships, to improve your work relationships, by asking questions that really dig deep into what people have to share. Number 6, this is the last tip we're sharing with you. Instead of asking what is wrong, you could ask, what do you need the most right now? You know, if you find somebody, they don't look like they're happy, they look like they're frustrated. Instead of, you know, that what is wrong question is very frustrating, especially I would think to most entrepreneurs, to most founders, because you always have a lot of things going on in your head, and somebody walks up to you and asks what is wrong. You know, it's not something that you want to address. But if somebody walks up to me and says, what do you need right now? What do you need the most right now? That is a very intriguing question. It's a very interesting question that I would, you know, turn away from whatever I'm thinking about to give it some thought, to give it a good answer. So you have friends, you have people, co-workers that you have not been able to, you know, break that, you know, communication barrier, or you're in a relationship with somebody who's an entrepreneur who's always in his head most of the time. That is a wonderful question to ask. What do you need the most right now? How can I add value to you? And they'll give you some amazing answers. Look, this list is not exhaustive, so you may have amazing questions of your own that can enhance relationships. Go ahead and share them with us in the comment section below. And remember, great answers, great solutions are always at the end of great questions. Thank you for watching. We are planning to release a lot of nice videos like this for you, from mental health to HIV awareness to other health issues that you will find very, very interesting and amazing. So hit the subscribe button, and hey, if you need to talk to a professional, if you need somebody to listen to you, then you can try out our service that is free of charge, the Doctari Health Crisis Text Line. You can try it out on Facebook or through the Doctari app. The links will be in the description. Take care. See you on the next one.